everyone! Welcome back to Business English Desk. I'm Laura.
And I'm Jamie. And okay, today's topic, this one is so important, like genuinely. These 4 words cause so much confusion for so many learners at every level.
Every week, Jamie.
Every week, I mean it. But seriously, before we dive in, listen to this.
Go ahead.
Please finish this until Friday. I'll be there by I arrive. Submit the form within you leave. Do it before 2 hours.
Every single one of those sentences had a mistake in it, and they feel so close to being right that learners mix them up every single day.
Because by, until, before, and within all deal with time. They're all about when something happens or when it needs to happen, but each one works in a completely different way.
And once you understand exactly what each one does, you'll never mix them up again.
So today we're covering by, until, before, and within.
4 small words, enormous impact. Let's get into it. By. So this one is probably the one that causes the most confusion with the others, especially with before and until. So let's be really clear about what by actually does.
So the core meaning of by, in a time context, is a deadline, like something needs to happen no later than this point in time. Like, please send me the report by Friday. Meaning the report needs to arrive no later than Friday. Could be Monday, could be Thursday, could be Friday morning. But the absolute latest point is Friday. By Friday.
And that no later than idea is really the heart of by. Like it sets a final boundary, a deadline, a point after which something is too late. By 5 o'clock, by the end of the week, by next Monday. All of these are deadlines, the latest possible moment.
And this is where by and until get really confused. Like people say, I need this until Friday, when they mean I need this by Friday. And these are very different. Like by Friday means the deadline is Friday, but until Friday means something continues up to Friday.
Right, and we'll get deeper into until in the next section. But for now, remember that by is always a deadline, a single point in time by which something must happen. By 5 o'clock, by the end of the week, by next Monday. All of these are deadlines, the latest possible moment.
And by, in this sense, is everywhere in professional English. Like, can you get this to me by end of day? The project needs to be submitted by the 15th. She'll have an answer for you by tomorrow morning. All deadlines, all saying no later than this point.
And by also works for past deadlines, like I should have finished by now, meaning the expected deadline was before this moment, and I haven't met it. I should have done it by now.
Or they promised it would arrive by last Tuesday, meaning Tuesday was the deadline they set, and it didn't arrive. They missed it.
And by the time is a really beautiful and really useful phrase, like by the time you arrive, dinner will be ready, meaning at the moment of your arrival, dinner will already exist. The cooking will be complete by the time you arrive.
And by the time is used so much in storytelling. Like, by the time I realized what was happening, it was too late. Like, at the moment that realization hit me, the window had already closed. By the time.
And by now is such a common phrase, like they should be here by now, meaning the expected arrival time has already passed or is right now. They should have arrived by now.
And by then is used when you're looking ahead at a future moment, like, I hope to be finished with the project by then, meaning at that future point the project will be complete, or should be, by then.
And it's worth noting that by is also used in completely different non-time contexts, like by car, by the way, painted by an artist, standing by the door. But today, we're focusing only on the time meaning, because that's where the confusion happens.
So one really practical thing to remember is that by answers the question, what is the deadline? Like, when do you need this? By Friday. The deadline is Friday.
So by sets a deadline, a final boundary in time, answers what is the latest, works for future deadlines, past missed deadlines, and in phrases like by the time, by now, and by then. Okay, expression 2. Until. And this one is the one that most people mix up with by. And understanding the real difference between them is going to change how you write emails, how you make plans, how you communicate in English every single day. So the core idea behind until is duration, like something continues or something is in a state up to a certain point, and then at that point it stops, like I'll wait until you arrive, meaning the waiting continues. It doesn't stop. It keeps going up to the moment you arrive. And when you arrive, the waiting stops until you arrive. And that continuous, ongoing nature is the heart of until. Like until is always about something that lasts, something that continues up to a point, not a deadline, but a duration ending at a point. And this is the key that separates by from until. Like, finish the report by Friday means Friday is the deadline. Work on the report until Friday means you continue working from now all the way to Friday. When Friday arrives, you stop. By is a deadline. Until is a duration. And once you feel that distinction, so many things click into place. Like the shop is open until 9 p.m., meaning it remains open continuously from now all the way to 9 p.m. At 9 p.m., the state of being open ends until 9 p.m. Or she studied until midnight, meaning she was studying continuously all the way to midnight. At midnight, the studying stopped. She studied until midnight. And not until is such a powerful phrase, like don't leave until I tell you, meaning remain here continuously until the moment I give you permission. Don't leave until then. Or I won't believe it until I see it, meaning the believing won't begin until the seeing happens. It's conditional, dependent on a future moment, until I see it. And until further notice is such a useful professional phrase, like the office will be closed until further notice, meaning the closure continues indefinitely until someone decides to change it, until further notice. And that phrase comes up so often in announcements, in emails, in official communications, like something will continue in its current state until someone decides to announce a change. And up until is a longer version that emphasizes the continuity even more, like up until recently everything was fine, meaning from some point in the past all the way to recently it was fine. The fineness continued up until recently. And until then is a really elegant closing phrase, like we'll see you at the event. Until then, take care, meaning from now all the way to that moment, take care of yourself. Until then. And here's a really helpful way to test yourself. If you can replace the word with up to that point and it still makes sense, use until. If you can replace it with no later than, use by. That's such a clean test, like finish it by Friday. Can you say finish it no later than Friday? Yes, so by is right. Work on it until Friday. Can you say work on it up to that point? Yes, so until is right. So until expresses duration, something continuing up to a certain point, then stopping. Works for ongoing states, continuous actions, and in phrases like until further notice, up until, not until, and until then. Okay, expression 3. Before. Now, this one feels the most natural for most learners, but there are some really important distinctions worth understanding about when to use before versus by.
So the core meaning of before is simply earlier than a certain point, like something happens prior to something else, like call me before you leave, meaning the call needs to happen earlier than your departure, before you leave.
And before is about the sequence of events, like this thing, then that thing. Before establishes that one thing must happen first, prior to the other.
And this is where before and by can overlap but are still different. Like finish this by Friday means Friday is the deadline. Could finish Wednesday, could finish Thursday, but Friday is the limit. Finish this before Friday means finish it prior to Friday, so Thursday or earlier, but not on Friday itself.
Right, that's such an important and subtle distinction. Like, by Friday includes Friday, but before Friday means it must be done before Friday arrives, so Thursday is the last day.
And getting that wrong could be a real problem.
A very real problem. And before works for events and actions in sequence, like always wash your hands before you eat, meaning the washing happens first, then the eating. This order matters, before you eat.
And before long is such a useful phrase. Like, before long things will start to feel normal again, meaning soon, in a relatively short time, before long.
And before you know it is one of those phrases that native speakers use constantly, like just start and before you know it, you'll be halfway done, meaning time will pass faster than you expect, and suddenly you'll be much further along, before you know it.
And that phrase is so encouraging, like it reframes a long or hard task as something that will fly by faster than you think, before you know it.
And the day before, the week before, the night before are all really natural, everyday phrases. Like, I was so nervous the night before the presentation, meaning the evening prior to the presentation day, the night before.
And before anything else is a really useful priority phrase. Like, before anything else, I need coffee, meaning this is the first priority, prior to everything else, before anything else.
And never before is such a dramatic and powerful phrase, like she had never before felt so alive, meaning at no point prior to this had she felt this way. Never before. This is the first time.
And before long, before you know it, never before, all have this quality of describing relationships between moments in time, which is really what before is all about.
So before means earlier than a certain point or event, establishes sequence, does not include the reference point itself, unlike by, and appears in phrases like before long, before you know it, the night before, and never before. Okay, last expression, within. And this one has a really specific and really useful energy that makes it different from all three. So the core meaning of within is inside a period of time, like not just at a point or up to a point, but inside a span of time, like I'll get back to you within 24 hours, meaning at some point inside the next 24-hour period, within 24 hours.
And that inside a span quality is really the heart of within. Like within gives you a window, a range, a period of time inside which something will happen. Not a deadline, not a duration, but a window.
And this makes it really useful in professional communication. Like, your application will be reviewed within 5 business days, meaning at some point inside those 5 days, you'll hear from us within 5 days.
Or please respond within 48 hours, meaning respond at some point inside that 48-hour window. It could be in 1 hour, it could be in 47 hours, but it must be within 48 hours.
And within is so common in customer service, in legal documents, in business emails. Like, your order will be delivered within 3 to 5 working days. That's such a familiar, everyday phrase that we all hear all the time.
And within reach is a beautiful figurative phrase, like success felt finally within reach, meaning inside the range of what was possible, close enough to grasp, within reach.
And within reason is used constantly, like you can ask for changes within reason, meaning inside what is reasonable, inside acceptable limits. Within reason.
And within reason is such a practical phrase in negotiations, in conversations about what's acceptable. Like, I'm flexible within reason, meaning I'll accommodate but only inside certain reasonable limits.
And within sight and within earshot are two really vivid and useful phrases. Like, keep the children within sight at all times, meaning inside the range of what your eyes can see, within sight.
Or, don't say anything you wouldn't want repeated within earshot of the whole office, meaning inside the range of what people can hear, within earshot.
And within yourself is a phrase used often in sports, like she ran well within herself, meaning she performed inside her own limits. She didn't push beyond what was sustainable. She stayed within herself.
And within budget is probably one of the most used phrases in professional life, like we need to complete this project within budget, meaning inside the financial limit that was set. Within budget.
And well within adds a layer of comfort, like that's well within our capabilities, meaning that's comfortably inside what we can do. No problem, well within our reach.
And within walking distance is such an everyday practical phrase, like the coffee shop is within walking distance, meaning it's close enough to walk to, inside the range of a comfortable walk, within walking distance.
And within the hour is a really specific and useful phrase, like someone will be with you within the hour, meaning at some point inside the next 60 minutes. Within the hour.
So within means inside a period or range, gives a window, not a deadline, works for time, distance, reason, budget, and ability, and appears in phrases like within reach, within reason, within budget, and within walking distance.
Okay, roleplay time.
Yes, so the scenario is two colleagues, Sophie and Marcus, working on a project with a tight deadline and a slightly stressed email chain. They're discussing the deadline.
Perfect. I love a deadline scenario because this is exactly where all four words come up the most. Ready?
Ready.
Okay. So I got the client's email and they want the full proposal by Thursday.
By Thursday? That's 2 days.
I know, and they said they need it before their board meeting, which is Thursday afternoon. So really, they need it before noon on Thursday.
Okay, so the actual deadline is Thursday morning, not end of day Thursday.
Exactly. By Thursday technically includes Thursday itself, but before their board meeting changes everything.
Right, because if the board meeting is at 2 p.m. Thursday, we need to get it to them before that. So effectively, by Thursday morning.
Exactly. And they also said any questions need to be sent within 24 hours. So we need to send any clarifying questions by tonight.
Okay, within 24 hours, so inside the next day. Got it. Do we have questions?
A few. The budget section is unclear. I need that answered before I can finish the financial projections.
Okay, send those questions now, and I'll work on the sections I can complete until we hear back on the budget. Like, I'll keep going on everything else until we get clarity on the budget.
Good idea. And how long do you think the narrative section will take?
If I start now, I should have a draft within 2 hours. It won't be polished, but it'll be ready for your review within 2 hours.
Perfect. I'll keep working until I hear from you. Then I'll review and we'll refine together.
And we should aim to have everything ready by Wednesday evening. That way we have the morning before the deadline to do final checks.
Yes, I don't want to be submitting this within minutes of the deadline.
Nobody wants that. Okay, what about the design elements? Do we need those before we can send?
The client said visuals would be nice, but not essential. So let's aim to include them if we can get them within our timeline, but not at the cost of the deadline.
Agreed. And I'll stay until we're done tonight if that helps.
That would be amazing. Let's aim to wrap up by 10 p.m. Is that realistic?
Within reason, I think so, as long as the client responds to our questions before 5.
Let's say if we don't hear by 5 p.m., we'll proceed with our best assumptions and adjust later.
Perfect. Okay, I'm going to work until I finish this first section and then check in.
And I'll send the questions within the next 10 minutes.
Great, we've got this.
We always do.
And there it is, all 4 words used naturally throughout one very real, very relatable deadline conversation.
Did you catch them all?
By Thursday, the deadline is Thursday, before their board meeting, earlier than that event, within 24 hours, inside the next 24-hour window, before I can finish, prior to that happening.
Within our timeline, inside the time we have, until we're done tonight, continuing up to completion, by 10 p.m., the deadline is 10 p.m., within reason, inside what is reasonable, before 5, prior to 5 p.m.
By 5 p.m., the deadline is 5 p.m., until I finish this section, continuing up to completion, within the next 10 minutes, inside that time window.
All 4 words used naturally multiple times each in one completely real, professional conversation. Okay, quick quiz time.
Let's go.
Listeners, fill in the blank with the right word. By, until, before, or within. Ready?
Sentence 1. Please submit your application blank the end of the month.
By. Submit it by the end of the month. It's a deadline. The latest possible point is the end of the month.
Sentence 2. She worked blank midnight and then finally went to sleep.
Until. She worked until midnight. She continued working all the way to midnight. Then she stopped. Duration up to a point.
Sentence 3. Make sure you eat something blank you take this medication.
Before. Eat before you take it. The eating must happen earlier than the medication. Sequence of events.
Sentence 4. We will process your refund blank 5 to 7 business days.
Within. Within 5 to 7 business days. At some point inside that time window. Not a specific deadline. A range.
Sentence 5. Can you have the presentation ready blank 9 a.m. tomorrow?
By. Ready by 9 a.m. 9 a.m. is the deadline. No later than 9 a.m.
Sentence 6. The store is open Monday to Friday blank 6 p.m.
Until. Open until 6 p.m. It stays open continuously up to 6 p.m. Then it closes.
Sentence 7. Please arrive blank the doors close or you won't get in.
Before. Arrive before the doors close. You must arrive earlier than that specific event. Sequence.
The doctor said she should be feeling better blank a week.
Within. Feeling better within a week. At some point inside the next 7 days. A window, not a specific deadline.
I know we haven't taken a break yet, but I'm sweating bullets here.
9 questions left. I'll wait blank, you're ready.
Until. I'll wait until you're ready. The waiting continues up to the moment you're ready. Then it stops. And last one, sentence 10. Blank, you know it, the week will be over.
Before. Before you know it. That beautiful phrase meaning sooner than you expect. Before you know it.
Listeners, how did you do? Drop your answers in the comments.
And if you got all 10, that is genuinely impressive because these 4 words trip up even advanced learners every single day. Okay, let's bring it all home. Today's 4 words. By.
Sets a deadline. A final point after which something is too late. Means no later than. Works for future deadlines, past missed deadlines, and in phrases like by the time, by now, and by then.
Until.
Expresses duration. Something continuing up to a certain point, then stopping. Means up to that point. Works for ongoing states, continuous actions, and in phrases like until further notice, up until, not until, and until then.
Before.
Means earlier than a certain point or event. Establishes sequence. Unlike by, it does not include the reference point itself, and appears in phrases like before long, before you know it, the night before, and never before.
Within.
Means inside a period or range. Gives a window of time, not a specific deadline. Works for time, distance, reason, and budget. And appears in phrases like within reach, within reason, within budget, and within walking distance.
Whew. 4 tiny words.
Enormous difference.
And the test to remember which one to use is this. Is this a deadline? Use by. Is this a duration that continues up to a point? Use until. Is this a sequence where one thing happens earlier than another? Use before. Is this a window or a range inside which something happens? Use within.
That is the clearest breakdown I've ever heard.
I try.
Okay, before we go, your challenge this week.
Pick 2 of today's 4 words.
Just 2.
And pay attention to every time you use them in a real conversation or an email this week.
Notice whether you're reaching for the right one or whether the old confusion still tries to sneak in.
And when you catch yourself using the right one correctly, come and tell us in the comments.
Tell us, I said by Friday instead of until Friday in my email today. Or I used within correctly for the first time.
We genuinely love reading those moments.
If today helped you, hit that like button.
And subscribe if you haven't already.
New episodes every week. Real English, real conversations.
Share this with someone who always writes, "Please finish until Friday" in their emails.
They really need this episode.
We're doing them a favor.
This has been Business English Desk. I'm Laura.
And I'm Jamie, and we'll see you in the next one.
Finish something important by end of day today.
Stay focused until you're done.
Do it before you forget.
And get it done within the hour.
Bye.
Bye.